Behind me is St. Clare's doorway, the doorway to her childhood home. Um, One of the things that is commonly attributed to Francis is the saying, preach the gospel at all times, when necessary, use words. I think that sentiment, one, Francis didn't say that. Two, I think that sentiment is within the spirit of who St. Francis is, but it's not actually accurate to his practice. Francis was very much a preacher. He was known as an open-air preacher, so he went from town to town preaching. And that's where Clare would have first encountered him. Hearing him preach in what is now called San Rafino Square, but it's actually, that San Rafino is one of Francis's brothers at the time, so not actually what it was called at that time. But Clare would have heard him in the Plaza Commune, in the plaza outside of her home, and was mesmerized by his words, by the amazing things that he was sharing. Francis was speaking of things that were incredibly compelling to people. So much that only a few years after starting his journey in ministry, 5,000 men showed up wanting to join the order, which, let me tell you, Francis should have sent most of them home. He did not. It caused lots of organizational issues, including them trying to remove St. Francis as the leader. But all that is to say, his message was incredibly compelling. So that's my question for you today. It's the message that made Clare do things that no one except her at the time thought women could do. She heard Francis's words and they awakened the word inside of her. So my question to you is there anything that you are being invited to say that you're avoiding saying? Is there anything that is on your heart to say that you're not saying, not proclaiming? So I think with this activity, I'm going to have you get out a piece of paper and write it. And then as you write through what it is, make clear plans to say it, where to say it, and when to say it, and how to say it.